Listen up. This is the best time of year. Let's get on into it. We are about to make some vegan Halloween treats, and I got a really fun one for y'all. Halloween cake pops. Now, I'm going to be making Frankenstein cake pops because I just love Frankenstein for some reason. I just think he's dope as hell. And we about to just make some Frankenstein cake pops today. Get into how my cake is green. Boom, I'm not gonna show y'all the whole cake recipe because I ain't got time to do all of that. I'm gonna show you how to decorate. Now, if you wanna know this cake recipe, hit up my folks at makeitdairyfree.com. They have one of the best vegan blogs with all things that you can learn how to make. Now, this is the cake recipe I use from them, their vanilla cupcake recipe, and you can use it for all types of things. So that's what I use there, all right? So without further ado, let's get on into these Halloween cupcakes. It's such a simple recipe because you just want to just take that cake, destroy it, and you know, this is perfect for the kids and stuff like that. If y'all got little stuff going on, you got kids, but see, I don't got kids yet, so I get to enjoy doing these activities with a little drink on the side. Nothing wrong with that. So this is just so much fun no matter the age. So all you're doing is just taking the cake, throwing it on in a bowl. And I love Make It Dairy Free's recipe because it's such a moist cake recipe. And that's like so perfect when you're making cake pops. So just throw it on in there. And literally, you're going to take some icing. Now, I'm always trying to hip y'all to some of the best vegan, accidentally vegan things. Now, Duncan Hines, all of their frosting is vegan. And if you want to cheat a little bit, sometimes you can do, when I say cheat, I'm saying cheat off of having to take the time to make things from scratch, not cheating on veganism. Because I don't play about that. But listen up. So Duncan Hines, they have all their frostings, and I'm saying if you want to cheat, you want to make like a brownie and stuff like that. Their brownie mixes and a lot of their cake mixes are already vegan. You just have to add like your aquafaba and replace them for egg, and boom. So nonetheless, I'm gonna take about just a little bit of frosting here. It really depends on how moist your cake is. And as I mentioned, their recipe is such a moist cake recipe. So I'm only using a little bit of frosting on in here, y'all. So you can add that. But if you got a little sweet tooth and you want a little bit more frosting, you can go ahead. And I'm just gonna dig on in here because I'm using this for this whole thing anyways. And so you're just gonna go like that. Add it on into. Cameraman, can they see that good? You can speak, cameraman. Y'all, I don't know why my cameraman want to be shy. He can speak. All right, so listen up. You're just going to mix it all up real good like that. And you're going to, and like I said, this is why it's perfect for kids. Because kids like to use their hands on different stuff. Because you kind of want to just kind of mix it and you're going to start making your balls. So now you're going to mold your cake balls. And you're literally just going to roll these into a ball shape. Then you're going to take that ball and shape it into a rectangular head shape because we know Frankenstein has that little rectangular head. So we're going to make sure that we are mimicking that with our cake pops. Alright y'all, so we have our Frankenstein heads done. Now it's time to get into our vegan melted chocolate. Now, understand that the chocolates that y'all might see in the stores, that is not vegan. It does have milk products in it. But I got y'all. There is a bomb version that is vegan. Now I get my melted chocolate little thingy things from onuts.com. They have all of the non-dairy vegan joints. So literally what you're going to do is you're going to take a mug that you don't care about no more. And you're literally going to take these little coins and you're going to just plop them on in. Oh, falling everywhere. You're going to plop it on in, y'all. And now here's the trick. We're going to melt these in the microwave. But in order to get it a little thinner, because you kind of want it to be thin so that when you dip them, it kind of, you know, takes over the shape, but it's not too thick and clumpy with it. So I got my big jar of coconut oil. And you want to get you just about a spoonful of that. And you want to just knock it on in there. And you want to take that, y'all. And you're going to pop that on in the microwave. Say for about, you're going to do 15, oh, y'all excuse my Halloween version. Going crazy. Pop it in for about 30-second intervals. So I'm going to let that go. And when I say 30-second intervals, eyeballs, y'all, literally 30 seconds at a time. Then take it out and then put it back on in. Because if you leave it in there for a minute, it's going to burn up and your chocolate is not going to be good for dipping anymore. So, quick little tip. So let's make our Frankenstein eyeballs. Now, what I like to do is I literally use a Ziploc bag, add that white chocolate on in there, and I'm going to cut a slit at the end. And this is what I'm going to use to create those eyeballs, and just pour them on out onto parchment paper. And you're going to pop these in the fridge to let them solidify. Then I'm coming in with this Wilton decorator, and it is vegan, and I'm using that to add the other pupil. Now I'm using Wilton candy coloring to go ahead and make my chocolate green for our Frankenstein heads. Now you're going to take one of your cake pop sticks, stick it on into that chocolate coating, and stick it inside the cake pop, and you're going to pop that down. And now you're going to put these back in the fridge after you do that so that they solidify. And I'm using pretzels to make the nails that we're going to put in the head of Frankenstein. So just pick those out of other pretzels, y'all. So now we're going to dip our cake pops in our green chocolate. Now make sure when you dip it on in, you get all sides of the cake pop, tapping off any excess if necessary, if it is dripping, but mine wasn't dripping here because it was kind of thick. And so I'm going to go ahead and place that on my cake pop stand to dry. So now I'm going to take those little pretzels and I'm going to stick them in like the nails on Frankenstein's head. And so I'm going to take those eyeballs that we're going ahead and cooling in the fridge, and I'm going to add a little bit of that chocolate to stick them on the Frankenstein head. And you're just going to grab it and stick the eyeballs wherever you would like. And now it's time for my favorite part. So I'm taking that Wilton decorating pin and I'm going to do Frankenstein's hair, y'all. So literally it's just a couple of zigzags at the top for his hairline, and you're going to just fill it in with that same thing as well. And of course, Frankenstein would not be complete without his scars. So go ahead and add little scars on his face like this. And there you have it, you all, our Frankenstein Cake Pops. Hope you enjoyed, and thank you so much for watching. Happy Halloween!